So, Sonic Racing Crossworlds recently had its open network test. It is about to be released, and oh my gosh, this game is fun, dude. It gets wild, it gets wacky, items go crazy. I know some of you have said some slurs when getting hit by them, but oh my gosh, this game is insane. It's crazy because Team Sonic Racing, that was the last Sonic Racing game I played, and that was ass. I mean, all around visually okay looking game and whatnot, game played fine, but bro, it was so boring. I just didn't vibe with it at all. But this game has been a blast, and part of the reason I'm having a lot of fun with it is because of the crossover aspect. Joker Persona 5 is in the game, dude. I mean, what the fudge? And SpongeBob? The Minecraft Steve? Like, what is going on here, dude? I know a lot of people are probably getting angry about, oh, why are there so many Nickelodeon characters in my Sonic game? But like, one of my favorite video game franchises is about to share a game with one of my favorite TV shows. I'm winning. So today I'm just gonna list some guest characters I love to see in this game, both Sega and third-party ones. I know the sky's the limit. I could literally just say Ninja, and Billie Eilish, and my neighbor, but let's be real. Let's be real. They're not gonna get in this game. Let's think realistically here. Who Sega would probably ask to be in this game? I do have some wild picks in here, but I do think it is more possible than Kai Cenat. All right, let's start with the Sega ones. First off, I have Akira from Virtua Fighter. Virtua Fighter is about to get a new title in its series after so long, and a lot of people are excited about it. I'm pretty interested in it. It looks interesting. The fighting looks like nothing I've ever seen before, honestly. I mean, I've never seen a fighting game move like that. So I'm curious to see what the actual gameplay is when you get your hands on it. But to give people hype for that, maybe they can add in Akira to the game. He's been in a couple of crossovers before. This is nothing new, and he seems pretty likely to happen. Next, we have Beat from Jet Set Radio, and probably some of his friends as well. I think this just makes a lot of sense. Jet Set Radio is popular. The music slaps. I would love to hear it in the victory theme for Beat, and that's pretty much the main reason. I just want the music in the game. I know they're trying to bring back Jet Set Radio along with some other classic titles. We don't have any news on that since it was announced, so I guess that might happen soon, one day. But even if it doesn't happen anytime soon, I still think Beat should be in the game. Next, I have the puzzle game Puyo Puyo getting a character, and I think it could go to Arl, but I'd be fine with pretty much any character. I love the cast of those games, so any of them would be a fun addition. Alright, time to move on to Atlas, and I'm kicking things off with Shimigami Tensei. I think the Demi-Fiend is the #1 pick for me, but they could add the one from 5, they could add the one from 4. They could add the one from, I don't know, the secret project that they have cooking up. I don't know, just any of them. Most likely, if we get another Atlas character, it's probably going to be someone from Metaphor though. Now it's time to name another Persona character because I want Persona to get in this game and infect it with all of its goodness some more. So, Yu Narukami and or Makoto Yuki from Persona 4 and Persona 3 respectively. Either one, you don't have to have both of them, but one more would be nice, and I like both of them. Now, we've been naming a lot of Sega-owned things, but Sonic can cross over with itself. That's right, because a lot of this stuff is mainline Sonic, but Sonic has a lot of things outside the mainline stuff. You got Boom, you got the comics, you got the movies. There's a lot of things that they could pull from 4 characters. I mean, I could name Tom. Anybody want Tom in the racing game? I'll be honest with you guys, this is a gray area for me. I've seen the movies, I've watched Boom a bit, but I've never dabbled in a bunch of the material like the comics. But if we were gonna add someone, I think I know a character that a lot of people would love, and I do like their design a lot. I'm talking about the green one. I'm talking about Surge. This game's a perfect opportunity for her to finally cross over with the mainline stuff. She's a popular character from the comics, and I know a lot of people would be happy. Just add her in. Kazuma Kiryu from Yakuza. I know we already have one Yakuza character already, but this is the main guy. This is the dude that everyone talks about. He is the Dame Dane guy. He is the character that a lot of people, when you think of Yakuza, you think of this guy. Okay, so I've named one other Persona character I would like and one other Yakuza character I would like. That just leaves Miku. That one. And that's it for most of the Sega stuff. Anyone who I didn't name, I'll probably be okay with. I don't think there's any Sega character I'll be like, gosh dang it, no! And don't use that as an invitation to add boring characters, Sega. I don't want any more, here comes the deadly six train, choo choo. As long as they use this opportunity to add cool series that they own and Sonic characters that don't normally get to hang out with the mainline cast, I think we'll be fine. Now it is time for the third parties. Open that forbidden door. Add in Ronald McDonald. This is where this stuff will start to get a little more wacky, but like I said, I'm going to try to be realistic. Starting with the first company I want to talk about getting characters in the game, Capcom. Let's just get them out the way. Add in Mega Man. I know the guy is rolling in his grave. Hell, he's not even rolling. He's basically given up at this point. But come on, man. Mega Man getting in this game just makes so much sense. They've already crossed over before. He's already been in Smash with him. Just add him into the racing game. They've usually been adding multiple characters in packs. They don't just add one character and that's it. So if we were going to get Mega Man, we would naturally get another character with him. And there's a lot of Mega Man side characters you could add. But Zero is the pick. But if they weren't going to go Mega Man, Street Fighter is your next most likely option. And I think you're going to get Ryu, I think you're going to get Ken, I think you're going to get Chun-Li, you're going to get the big three. And if they wanted to add one more character just to spice it up, there's so many options. You could add the villain and Bison, you could add the crazy jury, you could add the newcomer Luke. There's a lot of options there. Next, bring Microsoft's ass back over here, dude. I know they added Minecraft, but there's one more series that I would love to see in this game, and that's Crash Bandicoot. It is still so crazy that Crash is owned by Microsoft. Imagine going back in the past and showing a Sony exec that. But yes, I would love to see Crash Bandicoot in this game, racing again alongside the Sonic cast. As for a side character they could add with him, Coco, obviously. And since we're already going down this road, let's name some other characters that the companies that are already in the game could add later on. Nickelodeon has already added way too many characters than they needed to, but if they decide that we just need more Nickelodeon, we just can't get enough, I guess they could add Danny Phantom. If they want to continue with the characters who have already had a racing game being in our racing game trend, Garfield is a good pick. And since it seems like Nickelodeon is acknowledging his existence in games again, Timmy, Cosmo, and Wanda would make for pretty good picks in the game. Bandai Namco already added Pac-Man and the Ghost, and to be honest, I think that's enough. I don't think they need to add anything else. But if they had to come back, I guess it would be funny to see Heihachi in a car driving around with SpongeBob. Heihachi, Kazuya, and Jin. Boom, you get the main three. Alright, let's start upping the craziness of these picks. This one makes a bit of sense, but I'm generally not sure if they would actually go for it. I'm talking about Batman and Robin or Batman and Superman. DC and Sonic recently did a crossover comic series together and it was pretty well received. So what if they took it one step further by adding in the Dark Knight and the Boy Wonder and or the Man of Steel. The reason I'm saying and or is because I'm not really sure which way they would go. If they just do Batman and Robin, that just leaves it as just Batman, which would still work, but you would also miss out on getting Superman, who is way more popular than Robin. However, I feel like if you do Batman and Superman, you gotta do Wonder Woman along with them. That's the big three. Alright, this one is a massive pipe dream. I doubt this is gonna happen. I told you we would get a little bit wacky. But Cloud and Tifa from Final Fantasy VII. And if you want to go the extra mile, add in Sephiroth. In most crossovers, Cloud usually gets followed up by Sephiroth. They don't have to do it that way, but I think it would be nice to see them racing together. But I'd be fine with just Cloud and Tifa. This next one I'm cooking up is a bit of a pipe dream as well, but it has a plan. It has a plan. Stick with it. Orcane and Clarin from Rivals of Aether. They could also throw in Fleet and Loxodon for that Rivals of Aether 2 representation, but they don't need to. Because I feel like Orcane and Clarin are like your best two prime players. Orcane gets thrown into a lot of crossovers, and Clarin is just cool. And much like how Pac-Man coincided with Sonic, this would coincide as well with Sonic the Hedgehog getting into Rivals of Aether 2. I told you the plan was brilliant. Make it happen! We've stepped into the realm of video games and we talked about some comics. But there's another realm that I think they should tackle. Manga. First up, because I feel like this is the most likely one if we were to get a manga / anime character, Tanjiro and Nezuko from Demon Slayer. Why am I saying these two? Because Sega publishes the games. That's it. This one would also work pretty well. You can coincide it with a lot of things. Demon Slayer has tons of things coming out. It's got the movie coming out. It's probably gonna have a new season coming out. You can coincide with a lot of things if you really want to. You don't have to, but that just gives you a better incentive to do it, you know? From most likely to least likely, Goku and Vegeta. You know how many times I've heard a Sonic fan talk about, oh, we gotta see him and Goku together. Look how cool they look together. They both turn yellow. Also, it's Goku and Vegeta. If they ever show up in this game, I'm falling out of this chair. But now for the middle ground. I don't think they're super likely to get in, but they also aren't super impossible. I think they're right in the middle, and that is One Piece. Luffy, Zoro, and if you can, Nami. The three characters that started One Piece off, they need to be in the game. I think those are your prime three. And it makes sense. At the start of One Piece, Sonic gave Luffy his hat. Now he can finally reunite with him. The 4Kids bros are back together. You guys smell that? It smells like it's time for some recency bias. The next characters that I'm gonna say should get in Sonic Racing Crossworlds are Huntrix. I don't think I need to tell you how popular K-pop Demon Huntress has been recently, so why not add them into the game? They're popular characters now. They're probably gonna be popular way later when you add them, especially if a sequel comes out around that time. And Sonic Prime was on Netflix. Might as well give back and let the Netflix characters get in the Sonic game. Oh, but if we want to go a little higher, a little more wackier, 11 and Hopper for Sonic Racing Crossworlds. The show will be over by the time they get added to the game, but hey, you're lying if you say you're not interested in 11 in the Krabby Mobile or Hopper in the minecart. And if the other characters I've listed get in, that means we can see 11 in the Thousand Sunny or Hopper in the Batmobile. Okay, let's wrap around back to video games with Mario and Luigi. Come on, man. This would be so hype. Mario and Sonic finally in a racing game together. And like I said, if the other characters that I've mentioned get in, Crash, Sonic, and Mario could all be in the same racing game. Oh my god. But if I know Nintendo, I know they're gonna keep that thing on lock and key on a Nintendo console only, and that's very sad. But hey, I can dream. I'll be honest with you. These next characters I'm about to list, I don't really want them in the game. Yeah, sure, I'm probably going to play them a couple of times, but that's not the main reason I want them in. I want them in to watch the world burn. I want to see people suffer. Give me FNAF in Sonic Racing Crossworlds. I want to be watching a presentation in this chair, seeing a Sega person go up on the stage and simply go, "Arr, arr, arr, arr," as the crowd erupts as Freddy Fazbear shakes hands with Sonic the Hedgehog. I want to live in that world. Oh no. But that's not enough. I don't just want to have a funny reaction in this chair. I want to lose it. I want to see the comments lose it. I want to see Twitter lose it. Give me Overwatch in Sonic Racing Crossworld. Tracer, Reaper, Soldier 76, Diva, Juno, Kiriko, I don't care who you add as long as Winston's with them.
Monsieur, does this mean Overwatch
is joining Sonic Racing Crossworlds?
No.
You know, that's still not enough. I need characters in this game that are gonna make Twitter shut down. Give me Keanu Reeves and Idris Elba in Sonic Racing Crossworlds. No, not the characters they played. I don't want Movie Shadow. I want Keanu Reeves and Idris Elba. And those are the characters I would love to see in Sonic Racing Crossworlds for one reason or another. I cannot wait to get my hands on this game fully, and I'm so excited to see just what type of characters they are going to add in this game. They've already surprised me with Minecraft Steve, Hatsune Miku, and SpongeBob. The sky's the limit. One thing I do want to address though is that none of the guest characters have voice acting. When you pick Joker in this game, he's just a bunch of Persona sound effects. I would love to see the interactions and crossover material that you could make with someone like Joker talking to SpongeBob SquarePants or Miku trying to make a conversation with a creeper. But I get it. Getting the characters is one thing. Getting the voice of them is a whole different hurdle. It would be pretty cool if when all the DLC characters come out, they do one big final patch with all the voice acting being added and all the interactions being added, similar to how Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 1 added on the voice acting later down the line, but I doubt that's gonna happen. Such a shame that even if I get my favorite picks, I'll never truly know what Monkey D. Luffy would say to Freddy Fazbear. But I truly believe that Sonic Racing Crossworlds has the potential to have one of the greatest rosters in racing game history. I know that trophy usually goes to a Mario Kart Wii, a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, maybe even the Crash Bandicoot. Hell, you could argue that Sonic Racing Transform should be there. But maybe Sonic Racing Crossworlds might just slide in that list. Oh, but one more thing. I was scrolling through the Sega website just to see the games that they've published, and I happened to stumble upon Alien Isolation. Add the Xenomorph